Welcome to Trading Lounge and the SP 500 for the 9th of September. This is one of the counts that we've been tracking to the upside here in terms of wave A here up to wave B with an A and a B and a C wave here. But this can be counted in different ways as well. Like we have a count on our website that is different from this, and that's okay too. Another way to count this, as we've looked at before, is more of a bullish picture where we have wave A here and then we have wave B here as an A and a B and a C for wave B, and down for wave C here to make wave 2. So we could look at all of this, wave C here to end this, and then look up for wave 1 and 2 here, and then 1 and 2 here, which I kind of like this scenario here because this wave 2 here pulls back and overlaps wave 1 here. So this is actually a better count here. And then we have this strong move up here, which really suits a third wave up here. So then we could look for a fourth wave and a fifth wave, which will take us even higher in here as wave 2 here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to the third, the fourth and the fifth, taking us up that way. Another way to look at this too, which is not that far off the tracks, looking at this is a 3-wave move down here, and then look at this as wave 1 here with an A and a B and a C for wave 2, which is another way to look at this as well. But I just kind of like this here, and not that it makes a big difference to what we're actually doing at the moment, because all we're doing at the moment is looking at this as wave 3 to the upside here. We're looking at this as 5 waves to the upside in this move here, and we would only look too short if we get this scenario here. We would definitely need to see an impulse wave to the downside before we can short. Of course, you could sell it at the 3,000 because there will be sellers there. But let's go in and have a look at this here on the 1-hour chart here. So our main point here and our trade is that we have entry here, and we've moved the stop further up as we've moved up, so we've done all the right things. I'm having a little bit of difficulty with this top here at the moment. However, we can now also bring our stop up higher in here. I'll just leave it under the 72 here. So this is 29.72. We don't want to put it at the 72. We just want to put it at just under that there for the moment. And of course our target to the upside is the 3,000, a good psychological finishing line here, which is also a major trading level, so trading level 3. So we would look, a major trading level would be 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, then 5,000, then 8,000, and medium levels go in between that, of course. So this is sort of what we're looking at here, and I mean all we're focused on here is our trade, and we're just moving the stop up, doing all the right things. It is a little bit messy up in this space here, so let's go into the tick chart and have a bit of a look at that. So we're on 100 ticks here. Let me bring in a bit more data here. So from this low here, it's counting okay. We've got wave 1 here and wave 2 here, and then I've got wave 1 and 2 here and 3 here and 4 here, and then we've got an extension in the fifth wave of the third wave. So I've got 1 in here and 2 here because I've got a little 5-wave structure here. That's fine. And wave 3 here, wave 4 and wave 5 here. I had this wave 5 sitting on here, but I can only get 3. I can count 5 waves in here, and I can count 5 waves in here. So I'm still like 3. Then I've got to come back here for wave 4, which is sort of a bit weird because it's a bit large. And then looking at this as wave 5 here. This move down through here is in 3 waves, so I possibly could look at it as wave 4 here. And then looking at all of this, it's getting rather messy within all of this structure here. But one of the things here is that the structure is being maintained here, and what I mean by that is with the trading levels, we've got from 2900 here. I can remove some of these just to make it a little bit easier. So from 900 to 3000 here, we've got sub levels in here. So we've got group 1, which is 1, 2 and 3 here, and then the midpoint, which is 5. These are Fibonacci numbers, 1, 2, 3 and 5. We're using the price as a ratio here as 61.8, and then we've got group 2 in here. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 5 and 8 Fibonacci numbers, but I also put in 65 and 72 here. I won't go into that at the moment, but in a nutshell, when the market comes up and gets supported by this structure here, and this is just a skeleton, by the way, there's actually a lot more, there's other really important numbers in here as well from the 65. So 68 is important here, and then 70 is important. Then we've got on micro level, we've got 1, 2 and 3 in here. The 5 in here is important, the 75. The 8 is important here. So I'm just putting the skeleton of more complex sort of structure in here. But what we find is that when we're working with the closest largest number here, the 3000, then we would look at group 1 above and group 2 below, and that would be the natural swing range for the market to have its correction in this space here. So in this space here. So, and at the moment we've got support here. So while if the 72 became the resistance, then we'll be out, and that's why we've got our stop under that. So the 72 is important, so we'll just pop it under the 70. The 66 would be the right place to put this. So I don't know how to count a lot of this in this structure here. It would just be a little bit of a guessing game. So I'm not concerned about that. The market will want to look at this particular price point up here, unless there's a bit of news that comes out that's coming out of left field, which is, highly likely as well. But yeah, look, I've got a problem here, but I think that we can move further up, but we're protecting our position. And even once we get up here, if we get the 5 waves up into this space up here, then we also need to look for a very clear, 5 waves down here as well before we can look to short at anything, because we'll need an impulse wave down, and then we'll need a setup, and then we can catch the next 5 down at this point, and then hopefully that 5 waves down is wave 3, then wave 4 and wave 5, but it may not. It may be just an A and a B and a C here, and then come back up. So we've got to get this trade here into break even or a small profit without getting clipped out in that situation. I can't draw on this side of the tick chart, so I've got to draw on that side. So that's where that is at the moment. So just putting this back here. So naturally it would look properly to put wave 4 here, but even here you can see we've got 1 and 2 here and 3 here, so we're still short 1 more, and that's why I've got it way over here. I just don't know what's right at that point, but I don't really mind. We've had a great trade, we're still in it, we've done all the right things logically, and we're playing to the next largest number. Alrighty, cheers.